Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rising Star. My name is Ruth. Thank you for joining me. So, this is a collective reading. Anything that needs to come out, anything we need to know right now, the strongest messages from Spirit. All right, Spirit, show us for the collective, please. What is the strongest message coming through at this time? We do have Mercury going into retrograde in a couple of days, few days here. So, beware of that. Expect the unexpected. Expect delays and expect random people to message you or call you. Okay, Spirit, what do we need to know right now? Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Very Scorpio. Scorpio likes to dig deep. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. All right, I'm going to get one of these. There is an Egyptian pharaoh on here. Yeah, there's like some, oh yeah, pyramids. We've got pyramids on this card. And then in the background, there's different Egyptian gods and pharaohs, which is funny because I think it was yesterday I was channeling an image of Anubis, and I believe Anubis was the god of the underworld or is considered to be the god of the underworld in Egyptian mythology. I don't really like to say mythology. Um, I think any spiritual beliefs could be considered mythology by someone else. But yeah, Anubis might mean something for you. I'm seeing the Ankh now. So something about Egyptian, I mean that could just be like a significator for you that this is your reading. Anything about Egyptian culture. The wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. Okay. So you could your ancestors could be gifting you something here. This could be a spiritual gift. Awakening progress initiation is on the bottom, the guardian stone. Yeah, so I feel like this could have something to do with Uranus and Gemini. Your ancestors are trying to help you open up a spiritual gift. All right, Spirit, what is the message coming through here for the collective? Knight of Swords, clarity, the moon, secrets, secrets, maybe a secret gift you didn't know you had. Cancer energy with the moon. We will soon be entering Leo season. You're scared to share your gift. You're scared to shine in something. That's interesting because that's kind of what Mercury retrograde in Leo will be teaching us is where we're scared to shine, where we're scared to be in the spotlight. Leos have no problem being in the spotlight. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. This guy on this card, this older man, I don't know how well you can see it, but he reminds me of Captain Picard on Next Generation Star Trek. The Magician. Ten of Pentacles, the Magician. Yeah, you have a special power. And the Ten of Pentacles is ancestral. So this is something that's been carried down through your line. You may not know it. I'm getting something about skipped a generation. So for some of you, this could be like um, it can be anything, okay? But I'm going to use the example of witches because sometimes that is something that's carried down through the line, the ancestral line. Okay. This is a special knowledge. Yeah, like knowledge, wisdom, ability to manifest anything that you want. You don't know that you have this gift of manifestation. You're like a master manifester. You could be a life path 1 or 8. Karmic jewels. Yeah, that I don't know. That feels ancestral. Okay, Queen of Wands, there she is. Aries energy. You could have a North Node in Aries as well. Like, you might be here to master manifestation and then show others how to do that. You might have already mastered this and now you need to share this, but you might feel silly about that. The Emperor, more Aries energy. The Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the Emperor are all Aries. So the Emperor is what is hidden. You're hiding your power, okay? You're very powerful. It's been hidden from you, even maybe. You could be a person who maybe in the past, and this is something that you've overcome or you're working on, is like being hot-headed, um, quick to assume, jumping the gun, hot-headed, that kind of energy. Like you get fired up quickly, ready, like a ready to fight, ready to go to battle, maybe ready to argue kind of an energy. And you might have tempered that a lot, tamed that down. Why was I getting that? Yeah, you have this powerful energy, but you need to learn how to harness that energy and use it for good and not direct it incorrectly. I'm getting like pointing. Like pointing is using spell work. If you point at someone and saying something and say something, that is that is a spell. So I don't know, I'm getting something about that, but it's something about directing your energy. You could be like a closet witch. I'm just saying the cat and the dog and getting familiars. You could be really good at growing things. Like you have a green thumb. You may not realize that that's like a special power. I've never thought about that as being a special power before, but you might be just like have a knack for growing anything well. That's because there's this special energy within you, this special power. Nine of Swords is in the past. That's interesting. Okay, shows the future. The Nine of Wands. You're you're trying to hide a gift. What is the advice? Page of Cups. Share your gift. Do you see this page handing out offering? It's making this offering out this cup. One more on that Page of Cups, please. Two of Wands. More Aries energy. I feel like I'm talking to someone with a very significant Aries placement in their chart. Maybe rising, sun, moon, Venus, Mars, North Node. There could be a benefic there too that has brought up a lot of challenge. Mars is a benefic, but also Saturn, um, could one of those could be making an aspect to whatever you have in Aries that has brought up a lot of challenges around this energy. Show me this Ten of Pentacles and this Magician, please, Spirit. Are you a witch? Am I speaking to a witch? Queen of Wands here twice, more Aries again. She wields this power in her hand. I don't know how well you can see that imagery on there, but she's holding her hand out and she's watching this energy flow out of her hand as she holds her wand in the air, which she uses to direct energy. So a wand is like your pointer finger. Six of Wands. This is your special power. You're supposed to be known for this. Aries could be your 10th house. This is something you're supposed to be recognized for or known for. You should quit hiding it. You may not have fully understood yet that you have this ability. Like you might not yet have fully tapped into it. Nine of Wands. Again, you're holding this back. You're hiding yourself from the world. You're hiding your gifts from the world. Tell me why. Why are you doing this? Five of Cups. You might lose people along the way. Something may be taken from you. You could have a past life wound here around your gifts being known and things being taken from you because of that. Ten of Pentacles. Yes. That's interesting. Is this a past life wound? The Devil. Karmic. One more on the Devil. The Lovers. The Star. All right. I'm not going to go too far into history or what this gift is because I feel like this is a different gift for everyone. But think about things like the Salem witch trials, um, where people were judged harshly, very harshly, for being different at all. Um, so there could be a fear around being different. You might have Chiron and Aquarius or Leo. There could be some fear about around being different that's prevented you from following your true intended path. So there's this blockage here, Devil and the Lovers. The devil is standing in the way of the path you're supposed to be on here. I'm looking at Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini. Any of those might be placements you have in your chart. But yes, you're trying to protect yourself. What this really comes down to with this core wound is that you're trying to protect yourself from not having something taken from you or not experiencing loss or grief or whatever. But Spirit's trying to tell you that this is what you came here to do. Yeah, Nine of Swords in the past. That's the fear. Anxiety. You're probably not going to be able to see it, especially with my ring light on this card. But the Nine of Swords generally depicts a person in bed who's stressed out, they can't sleep. In this one, there's like these ghouls in the background, like keeping this person awake, pointing and laughing and judging. A lot these negative entities surround this person. So it It also represents fear. I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's fear. Fear is holding you back here from your fullest potential. Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords. Yeah, a fear of like something ending, like major loss. A fear of being oneself, one's authentic self. Um, I also refer to the Queen of Wands as someone who has walked through the fire. And so, again, I'm really getting that witch trial energy. Someone who's been through the fire. Okay. Possibly literally. Hangman or hanged. I don't want to go too deep into that kind of stuff. Although we are here to dig deeper, right? um, yeah, Ten of Swords, Hangman. There could have been in a past life, you may have lost your life due to this gift or due to some gift. This could be a healing gift, definitely with Nine of Wands here too, twice. Pisces energy with a Hangman, Seven of Wands. Yeah, so you're trying to protect yourself. There's like this subconscious subconscious memory or something here that you've created this guard with, this wall of protection. Uh, you're very careful who you allow to know what's truly going on inside of you, or what abilities you have, or what this person is actually levitating. Yes. Within her orb of energy. So you're very careful who you let in here, who you allow to know who you truly are. I'm just getting a strong closet witch kind of vibe. All right, so the Emperor, this is an area that you're meant to lead in. You're supposed to use this in some sort of leadership capacity, whatever that means for you. We all have different gifts that rise to the top, okay? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're supposed to be working with this gift and strengthening it. Page of Cups. It's your gift to share. That's why you have it. Gifts are not to be hoarded. You also may have a wound around the idea of making money off of a gift, and that is a lack mentality. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, uh, if you're greedy in that intention, then yeah, there could be something wrong with that. All right, so the Tower, the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Tower. What is this Tower? Scorpio energy. You could have Mars in Scorpio as well. Scorpio again, King of Cups. When you dig deep down here and really tune into this inner power and inner wisdom that you possess already, you're an unstoppable force. I'm hearing Let Your Heart Shine. There's a song that I'm getting. Let Your Heart Be Known. It's Steve Gold, I think is his name. Let Your Heart Be Known. You should definitely check that guy out. His music's kind of like spiritual. Um, Let Your Heart Be Known. The High Priestess. Of course. Your power can be used for good or evil. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. I am talking to someone who has a very powerful spiritual gift that they need to be working with. That's what you came here to do. If you're wondering what you came here to do and you have a very powerful spiritual gift, that's it. That's your answer right there. Something about Jupiter and Cancer could really be intensifying this gift at this time. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, the Hierophant, the Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like in this life, it's like you've tried to be more traditional and to like slip under the radar and fit in and not really express yourself fully or authentically in order to protect yourself. But it's like spirits telling you it's okay. Um, this is your gift to share, and you will be protected through your sharing of this. More Aries energy with this Four of Wands, too. So much Aries. I strongly feel that I am talking to a person with Aries in their chart somewhere, somehow. Maybe a ninth house Aries placement, too. Doesn't even have to have planets in it. You could just have Aries in the ninth or the eighth. All right, Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands. You can drop this fear. You can drop this wall. You can open yourself up here. You can let your heart be known. The Hermit. Yeah, the past is over. Virgo energy with the Hermit. The past is over. You can leave it where it belongs in the past. You don't have to keep this to yourself, or you don't have to keep this quiet, or you don't have to keep this a secret. You can share this. Two of Swords. You don't know what direction this is supposed to take you. Two of Swords, Eight of Cups, the Chariot. You don't know what direction this is supposed to take you, but the direction it will take you, that's the right direction. That's all you need to know is following your intuition. There could be some sort of aspect. Yeah, I feel like Jupiter in Cancer is squaring something in Aries to bring this to the surface for you to move forward. Definitely could be a North Node. Strong North Node kind of energy here. All right, Page of Cups, Two of Wands. This is your advice. See the bigger picture. What happens if you share this gift? What's the best thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? Five of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, it's this lower vibrational energy that's holding you back here. This fear, the devil is fear. There's this very strong fear of loss. You may not realize that's why. You may not realize how deep this fear goes. Yeah, very deep this fear goes. It's like this needs to be pulled up by the root. So how can this be achieved? How can this be overcome? Queen of Cups, by just allowing this spiritual gift to flow through you and sharing it with others. You're supposed to be sharing this. This Queen of Cups always reminds me more of an oracle than any other depiction of her, but you have this gift to share with other people. I definitely could be a healing gift. Six of Cups. Yeah, this is like your purpose, what you're here to do. So I strongly feel this is something that you've carried through many lives, this gift. And it's meant to be shared with other people. This is the path that your soul chose for you, and you've really been resisting it. All right, let's get an angel number. Okay. 101 starting over intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. So this there could be a transformational process here that guides you right into a completely new life. Strong like death and full energy I'm getting there. All right, I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments and have a great day. Thanks, guys.